In a world where David Letterman jokes get a second chance at life, Creative Assembly brings you the game of top 10 lists. Made in 1995, this board game here is very similar to trivia games such as Family Feud and other named entities that escape my mind at the moment. The object of the game is, instead of getting a list that you already know in advance, and you have to try and fill in what fits those categories, such as like top five people named Chuck. Instead of having to guess those names, you are given the clues from the list to figure out what the list is about. So let's see here. Like I'll give an example just from some of the books here. Um, Top 10 rejected names for bottled waters. That's the name of the list, and then you go down from 10 to 1, listing off the different made up bottled waters in order to figure out what the list is even about. So that's pretty much how the game works as a whole. To go into further detail of why I like this so much is it's a really cool way, like a twist on how these trivia games work, at least the list trivia games work. And not only that, the really cool thing about it is I don't need to just use these books because these are all joke lists, things like that. You get four books: green, blue, black, and red. Each book color has a different set of questions. 40, well, different set of lists. Each book has 40 lists, so there's 160 lists. Very limited if you're going to do heavy play, so it's definitely going to be a game that you play with either new people or eventually you'll just stop playing it unless you do the what I was suggesting earlier, and that is go get other board games that have lists and kind of mess around with it to enable that kind of thing to happen, where you can go get your Family Feud board game and do a reversal to get yourself new lists. But since these are all jokey lists, it's there to have a little bit of fun instead of treating it super serious face. So you get points for to describe exactly how the gameplay goes. You get points for how many parts of the list are remaining before someone answers it correctly. So if the very first clue that is given is that in the box set you are going to write down any key phrases or any key words that are written in the list, and to help pull out the thing, which is it's a really cool display that they use in order to put it in the box. You go from top 10, and then if it says like I was silly with this top 10 games that rock. I really do like the concept of this game, and I definitely had fun playing it. So like this one says top 10 magazines that never were published. The number 2 is that, and the number 4 is were. So you have that and were. You write those two things down, and then the rest are crossed out across the other numbers. So that way people know that there are no additional words to be given as clues. And also to make it easier for them to guess the full title. And yeah, exactly. And that's it. What the on the front here, this is how you determine the bonuses for points and also what style of gameplay is being done. So when you do the little spinner there, if it lands on just do it, that means the person who just did the spin, it's their turn to try and guess it correctly within the allotted number of guesses, which is the 10 clues that are given in the list. And then for the bonus, they have to do it by themselves, but it's worth twice as many points. And then all play, everyone is involved trying to get the answer, except for the person who selected the list. When it comes to their team, but everyone else has the potential to succeed in it. It's really cool, really fun, and yeah, they say do 2 rounds, but that's totally not needed. You can go as long as you want. The point system's not even that needed either, because I just like the concept, like if you just even getting it right, that's bonus points in my book. Uh, but rules as written, it's good. It's easy to modify, which is even better. And all in all, this is good times. I have never seen this game before online, so I don't know how expensive it is. It's pretty much just like every other trivia game, though. It's probably less than $30. It has very low replay value by itself, so I highly recommend you just take this idea and go with it from the rulebook itself, and you'll have a good time. So, with that, see you next video.